Osioni Gadawa, you welcome to the March 12th Tribal Council meeting. We will get started here in just a minute. We do have a quorum here at this time, so I'll call this meeting to order. Councilor Buzzard, would you give the blessing?
Yes. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to our council meeting tonight. We ask you to keep your hand upon us. Give us guidance. We ask you to look over the Cherokee Nation and Cherokee citizens. Thank you for bringing us all here in safety. We ask you for your safe travels back home. We ask you to give us our blessings to do the right thing for our Cherokee people. We ask you to bless our veterans. Our veterans will be awarded tonight, so we ask you to keep your hand upon those people. We ask all this in Christ's name. Amen.
Amen. Welcome to our March meeting. So at this time, we will do roll call. Shelley?
Yes, sir. Buell England.
Aye.
Keith Austin.
Here.
Harley Buzzard. Joe Bird.
Ani?
Sean Crittenden. Mike Dobbins. Frankie Hargis. Present. Wanda Hatfield. Rex Jordan. Dick Lay. Mike Shambaugh.
Here.
Mary Bakershaw. E.O. Smith. Janice Taylor. Victoria Vesquez. David Walkingstick. Brian Warner. We have a quorum.
Okay, at this time, I'd entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
So moved. Second.
Motion and second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, the ayes have it. This time we'll go to the State of the Nation by our Principal Chief. Roll call? Did we do roll call?
Yeah, we do.
We did roll call. Okay. Okay, take a deep breath again. This time I'll entertain our Principal Chief, Bill John Baker, for our State of the Nation. You're good, you're good. These ladies keep me in line, I tell you what. Yeah, that's a wonder. See?
Well, we couldn't hardly start off this March council meeting without giving a great big congratulations to the Sequoia girls basketball team for winning back-to-back gold. And we're extremely proud of our boys. Although they didn't get the gold ball, they made it to the state tournament and represented us extremely well. In health news, Friday we had a bang-up day, the topping out ceremony of W.W. Hastings, and several hundred folks came out to put that last beam up in the air with a cedar tree on top, which represents the highest beam of the building, and no deaths in the construction of it. It's an old tradition, and we got that up without any problems whatsoever. And they've assured me that they're on track, on budget, to have this it ready to open in 2019. Another construction effort is going on. It's the pavilion down behind the Capitol Square. It is a rectangular structure, approximately 4,000 square feet. And before the Capitol building was built, a structure similar to this is what's set on the courthouse square. And our people would come in, and that's where they held their council meetings, under this arbor. In 1843, John Ross invited every tribe in the country to Tahlequah, Oklahoma, and most every one of them came to have a peace conference to figure out how, with all the tribes being put on reservations and grouped together, how that they could learn to live together and prosper. And I'm hoping to have a similar conference on the 175th anniversary to bring all the tribes in to talk about how economically we can work together so that all tribes can prosper. But it's well under construction, and it's looking really, really good. On March 26th, I might be stealing some of Sean's thunder, but we will have a groundbreaking on the new casino just south of Tahlequah and Convention Center. So that'll be the 26th of March, which will create a lot of construction jobs as well as be the new home of the casino in Tahlequah. We had another record distribution of public education and distributed over $5.4 million to the public schools in our jurisdiction. That means that we've invested over $50 million since we first started doing that in 2003. On Wednesday of this week, we'll host the annual Cherokee Nation Day at the Oklahoma State Capitol, and it's time that we can go up and talk to our legislators and share what we're doing in northeastern Oklahoma and for economic development and for the betterment of not only our people, but of the state of Oklahoma. We'll be traveling to Kansas for the at-large meetings this weekend, to Wichita and Kansas City. And finally, we want to welcome the Cherokee Youth Council here tonight as they observe this meeting, and it's truly wonderful to have these youth leaders here and involved today.
Maybe 10 is right.
We get into the portion that where we recognize those citizens that were with us last month that are not with us this month, and it is a tragically long list. If you'll bear with me. Jonathan Boswell of Stillwell, Daisy Brashears of Pryor, Callie Byford of Grove, Ronald Campbell of Salisaw, Leroy Canoe of Stillwell, John Drager of Claremore, Ida England of Chelsea, Donna Flanagan of Claremore, Annetta Garrett of Tahlequah, Joe Glass of Stillwell, Joshua Hall of Tahlequah, Johnny Harlow of Tulsa, Jimmy Hogshooter of Westville, Billy Hughes of Grove, Henry Johnson of Stillwell, Catherine King of Pryor, Charles Leach Jr. of Tahlequah, Dennis Lewis of Wagner, Linda Lewis of Tahlequah, Barbara Marlin of Claremore, Lucille Riddle of Salisaw, Anthony Shell of Stillwell, Brian Slover of Tahlequah, Michelle Shell of Locust Grove, Snail, I'm sorry, Ella Spears of Salisaw, Charles Swimmer of Tulsa, Donna Tenza of Tahlequah, Nancy Thomas of Salisaw, Lomas Thompson of Veneta, Joseph Tucker of Grove, Doris Wiley of Tulsa, John Woodward of Grove, Charlie Holcomb of Tailholt, Kevin Ketcher of Stillwell, Curtis Whitekiller of Lost City, Mary Ballou of Kenwood, Johnny Backwater of Kenwood, Donna Chukalate of Tahlequah, Hank Washington of Hulbert, Lucy Wheeler of Stillwell, Gary Wayne Seven Star of Stillwell, Victor French of Stillwell, David Lee Hammer of Westville, Camille Ketcher of Joplin, Lisa Flores of Tahlequah, Tommy Taylor of Tahlequah, Dwayne Rogers of Tahlequah, Lizzie Farmer of Stillwell, Virginia Pettigrew of Stillwell, and Pastor Bart Skipper of Tahlequah. Are there others that we have overlooked or don't have? Keith?
Shane Charles of Claremore.
Carolyn Clinton Westfield.
Okay.
Margaret Dillard of Stillwell, Renea Hart, I think she's from Westfield, Gary Steve, 7-star, Lucy Wheeler, Jimmy Van, and Arch Van, who is the father of artist Donald Van, and also Victor French. He is a resident, lifetime resident of Stillwell, but he's with the Eastern Band, but we'll miss him.
Brenda Walker, Tahlequah.
Correct.
Clayton Collier, No Water.
Jerry Wolf, Beloved Man, North Carolina.
We have a moment of silence for these. Thank you so very much.
Okay, thank you, Chief. Now the Cherokee Warrior Veterans Awards, Deputy Chief assisted by our Chief.
Mr. Speaker, we've got 2 veterans this evening for the Warrior Award and the Medal of Patriotism. And gosh, it seemed like that list was long tonight of those that have crossed. I need Councilman Crittenden, would you come down, please, to help with this first veteran? This gentleman is from East Peavine, neighbor of mine. I'll tell you a little story about the kind of neighbor he is. I was out one day, it was nice and warm, and been running a weed eater for a good long while. And I don't know about anybody else, but a weed eater works on me pretty bad, right about the middle of my back. And so I had stopped and laid down on the right of way there, Highway 59, and was rocking back and forth, popping my back and getting some relief. And it felt so good. I just laid back and just kind of laying there looking up at the clouds and daydreaming. And I heard the vehicle slowing down. And it was this next gentleman, this veteran. He hollered at me and said, "Hey, are you okay?" He thought I'd passed out or had a heart attack or something. So anyhow, but our veteran tonight, first veteran, is Kenneth W. Golden. Come down, Kenneth, please. Kenneth Golden enlisted in the Navy in May of 1968, and he was sent for basic training to Great Lakes, Chicago, Illinois. After basic training, he was transferred to Naval Air Station Cecil Field, Jacksonville, Florida for 2 years. After his training, he was assigned to a helicopter amphibious assault ship, the USS Guadalcanal LPH-7 helicopter carrier for 3 months. Mr. Golden worked as an aviation boatswain's mate, keeping records of flights leaving and entering the flight deck. E-3 Airman Golden was awarded 3 months early out and discharged on February 1972. He earned the National Defense Service Medal. And Mr. Golden, on behalf of a grateful nation, thank you for your service to this country, sir.
See, I would have thought that was your daughter.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Golden, anything you'd like to say?
Appreciate it, really do.
Thank y'all. Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service.
Deputy Peavine people are not much on words.
Some of them aren't.
Well, there's an exception almost in every case, Speaker. Our second veteran tonight, it says that Councilman Brian Warner is to help with this, but I was told right before the meeting tonight that this gentleman's actually from Vian, so E.O. Junior Smith probably needs to come down and help with this too, so why don't both of you come down? Our veteran is Fields S. Smith. Can you come down, sir? They got that, they must have that backwards on this thing. Because it says Mr. Fields was drafted into the United States Army in October of '55. He was sent to Fort Chaffee and began training to become an infantryman. After the first 8 weeks, he went to Advanced Basic, then was sent to Fire Directing Control School, which is directing artillery fire. When that training was complete, he was sent to Fort Polk, Louisiana, Battalion A 73rd Artillery Battalion, where he spent the last 2 years service. In '56, he went to non-commissioned school in Fort Hood, Texas, and he was honorably discharged in 1957. Mr. Smith is an alumni of Sequoia Indian School. He graduated in 1953. He is also a descendant of Redbird Smith. The medals he received, sharpshooter medal for the rifle, and Mr. Smith, on behalf of, or Mr. Fields, excuse me, on behalf of a grateful nation, thank you for your service to this country.
One, two, three.
Any family you want to come down and have a photo with? Come on, come on, come on. Bring them on. Sir?
If you want to bring your phone, we can have someone take a picture for you.
Okay.
While they're coming down, I'd like to say I'm a proud sponsor of this man. There's nobody in Sequoia County in the last 50 years that's helped more kids than this man right here. He's a great man. He also runner up in football.
All right, everybody. On three. One, two, three. Good job, guys.
Okay. Would you like to say anything, sir?
Well, I'd like to thank the chief, the vice chief, and the council members for doing such a good job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks to everybody. Council members, you don't get thanked very often, so you better take that and run with
We all
it.
got it. That's all I have, sir.
Okay, thank you. You guys did a good job. Veterans, we appreciate you and your families for being here. We're always honored. That's our favorite part of the program. Hominy Little Dave, raise your hand. This is one of our new employees here at the Veterans Center. Hominy Little Dave, raise your hand. Always helps us with honor guard, color guard, and we appreciate all you do there. When's the next bingo? 15th. Okay, go and support the Veterans Building.
That's right.
Okay, all righty. Next, we have unfinished business, none. We have our CEO here, and he looked like he's ready to give, Mr. Sean Slayton. Speaking of basketball and March Madness, Sean, didn't you play at OCC?
Some would question whether it was that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I hold the highest dollar per point ratio in the school history there. Thank you. At the end of January, we're doing very good financially. All of our companies Year-to-date, we're about $4 million ahead of where we were at the end of January in 2017. I'd like to commend our employees for their hard work in making that possible. Additionally, we collected another $350,000 in taxes that were remitted to the nation. Very excited on this next announcement. Our Emmy-winning show, OCO Voices of the Cherokee People, debuts season number 4 during 3 special screenings statewide this week. As you know, that's been a very popular show with the audiences. I think it's done a fantastic job of showcasing the Cherokee Nation and its people. My hat's off to Amanda Clinton, Jennifer Lauren, and their team for what they've been able to accomplish and how they've represented the nation. Chief Baker will be joining in those screenings for the TV show. This year it's very exciting. They have moved to OETA. It'll be broadcast statewide, and it also gives us a platform to join public TV nationwide. And so we will be making application to carry that show throughout the United States, and we're very excited about that. Let's see, the screenings will be tomorrow night. Starts at 5 o'clock for a meet and greet, 6 p.m. screening at the Roxy Theater in Muskogee. Wednesday night, it's at the Chesapeake, Oklahoma Theater, Oklahoma Hall of Fame at Gaylord Pickens Museum in Oklahoma City. 5 o'clock meet and greet, 5:30 screening. On Thursday, March 15th, it'll be at Circle Cinema in Tulsa, 5 o'clock meet and greet, 6 p.m. screening. I'm sure they'd be happy to have you there to attend that. One of the things I'd like to mention that's a big feather in our cap is our diversified businesses was recently awarded a large contract to help construct 37 airports in Mexico, a new method of checking people through customs. It was for the entire country of Mexico, and what it'll be doing, instead of having to check in at customs when you land in the United States, they're retrofitting those airports to when you go through there and then land in the United States, you'll be able to just walk to your next connection. There'll be no more waiting at customs and trying to get through there, as you will have already done that when you left Mexico. It's a big award. It's a great honor, and I appreciate what they're doing. I think that puts us in 17 countries around the world that we're doing business in, and the largest is in Abu Dhabi and also Baghdad. The Hard Rock was honored with the Silver Badge in 2018 U.S. News and World Reports. It was number 2 in Tulsa, and appreciate the efforts that go into making that happen year in and year out. As Chief mentioned, our groundbreaking for Cherokee Casino Tahlequah will be March 26th at 1 o'clock. Hope you can enjoy or be there to enjoy that with us. Shortly thereafter, we'll be doing something at the Hard Rock to recognize what we're going to do with the Sprung and taking that down and rebuilding something there. We'll begin moving games out April 1st, and we hope to begin construction there, or demolition there, April 15th, and subsequently, shortly thereafter, building something back that everybody will be proud of. At the end of January, we had 6,871 employees, 4,533 that we could practice a preference with. Cherokee is 73.2, other Native American was 7%, for a total of 80.2 Native American on what we can practice a preference with. I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions for our CEO?
Thank you.
Good report. Sean, I may come back to you one more time to maybe bring our Sequoia girls up there for a small meal, so don't be surprised if I hit you up.
I bet we can handle that.
Okay. All right. Old business, none pending, new business. Frank, you want to go ahead and amend the agenda?
Yes, I'd like to amend the agenda to add a resolution out of resources, and it would be number 8.
In the budget, Mon?
No, it has to be done when we get to it.
Okay.
And I move for that approval.
Okay, a motion and a second to amend the agenda. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. Counselor Hargis, you're up.
Okay, I have a resolution authorizing the placement of land in trust. It's Tate Chewy, 135 acres in Adair County. I move for its approval.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. Okay, Counselor Hargis, take the next one.
I have a resolution authorizing the placement of land in trust. It's Beaver, 140 acres in Adair County, and I move for its approval.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. Counselor Warner, take number 3.
Yes, sir. This is a resolution authorizing the placement of land in trust, the Thompson 160 acres in Sequoia County, and I move for its approval.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. Resolution number 4. Counselor Austin, you want to take that one?
Yes, this is a resolution confirming the reappointment of Elmer Tadpole as governing board member of the Cherokee Nation Comprehensive Care Agency, and I move for its approval.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. Counselor Mary Shaw Baker, you want to take number 5?
Thank you. A resolution confirming the nomination of Brenda Thompson as an editorial board member of the Cherokee Nation Phoenix.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Speaker, is Ms.
Yes.
Thompson here tonight?
Ms. Thompson,
She was at our committee.
she was at our committee. I don't see her here.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Okay, down to Executive Finance Committees. Counselor Taylor, you want to take that one?
This is
I'll have
This
Counselor.
is the capital budget.
Okay.
This is an act amending Legislative Act 2517, authorizing the comprehensive capital budget for fiscal year 2018, and I move for its approval.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. Counselor Taylor, you want to take the next one?
Okay, we've actually had a sponsorship change on that. Councilor Shambaugh is going to take that.
Okay, Counselor Shambaugh, you got number 7.
This changes Mod 6 to Mod 6A, and this is an act amending Legislative Act 2617, authorizing the comprehensive operating budget for fiscal year 2018, Mod 6, and declaring an emergency, and I put that in form of motion.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. Okay. Okay. You ready?
This is a resolution authorizing the placement of land in trust, Lancaster, 160 acres in Adair County. I move for its approval.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. I think that concludes our meeting. Any announcements to my right? Any announcements to my left? Youth Council, stand up, please, before we forget you here. One more time, go down the line, introduce yourself. We're getting out kind of early, so let us know who you are again. Yeah. Yeah. You can stop right there, tell us your name and district, and you can go shake hands.
My name is River Lanto. I live in Claremore. I'm a freshman in Claremore High School.
Okay, next.
Hello, everyone. My name is Christian Cooper. I'm 17 years old. And I'm a junior at High School.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. My name is Austin Jones, and I'm a freshman at Oklahoma City University.
Thank you.
Good job.
Good evening, my name is Laura Reynolds, and I'm a junior at
Sweaty hands. Nervous.
Good to have you.
OCU. What are you majoring in? Good.
Congratulations.
Good job.
Hello, everyone, my name is David Smith, and I'm from Idaho School High School.
I love your pendant.
You're doing a good job.
Thank you for serving.
Hi, my name is Dusty Matthews. I'm 19 years old. I'm from Watson, Oklahoma, and I'm a sophomore at Northeastern State University. Osioni gada meli dawadoa ayaga kwadu ayada tiada dalikwage ayasko hi dijinido supoy galanadi junidela kwasti. Hello everyone, my name is Shelby Turtle and I'm 17 years old and from Talcott, Oklahoma, and I'm a sophomore at Sequoia High School.
Hi everyone, my name is Elena Harkreader. I am a senior at Sequoia High School and I live in Holbrook.
Hello everybody, I'm Kayla Rooster. I'm a senior at Holbrook High School.
Hello everyone, my name is Morgan McSpadden. I'm from Chelsea, Oklahoma, and I'm a sophomore at Rogers State University, Claremore.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Cameron Fife James. I'm 18, and I currently attend Fort Gibson High School.
Is that it? We thought we're proud of our youth council. They do an outstanding job, and we just wanted to see what you guys are up to, and you've changed here the last few months. So we thank you for being here. So announcements again to the right, Eddie? If not, got speaker, you got one?
Yes, we're just going to have a brief signing ceremony following the meeting for the teacher pay increase. Back to that page. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, Councilwoman Stick.
I know, politically speaking, this person may have not got recognized for one reason or the other. Councilman Buzzard brought his name up earlier, but one of our Cherokees, Wes Studi, you guys know him in the acting business. He was on the Oscars, and he gave a really good tribute to our veterans in Cherokee, in our language. And so, as a Cherokee, in all my years watching the Oscars, it's the first time I heard the Cherokee language at that level. And so, I just want to just give thanks to him and his family and everyone else associated with him that we appreciate him here at the Cherokee Nation. Thanks, Speaker.
Yes. Anybody else? Councilor Warner.
I want to say a shout out to my Brushy Cherokee Community Action Group, Gary Boland. If you got to attend that meeting, I mean, he served about 25 to 30 pounds of food there, I mean, to each individual person. I mean, so, I mean, I was carrying out plates and they were breaking in the middle. It was so heavy. I mean, he even let Chief cut off the hog a little early because he come in hungry. So that's a good, one of my good communities there. I've got several groups, but I just wanted to give them a shout out. Thank you.
Anybody else? Another warm applause for our Tahlequah Sequoia girls, 3A state champions, the coaches, the staff, administration up there for doing an outstanding job. And again, I'd like to echo what Council Member Walkenstick said. You know, all Wes Studi did was get up there and say, congratulations, Cherokees, our veterans. And he said, it's good to be here. So he represented us well. He honored all of us. So not just Cherokees, but Indian country. So with that, you know, we welcome you to our council meeting. We thank you for coming. Veterans, safe trip home, the families and council members. I think we're going to have a signing ceremony here for the raise that our Sequoia teachers are going to get, certified teachers, 5,000, the ones that are certified. Correct, Secretary?
Yes.
Okay. All right. With that, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Got a motion to adjourn, second, Agiosi.